Hello, all of you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Recolors of the Lost Pathfinder. This is one of the ttrpgs on the channel that we do have a couple of others that are streaming it as well, and they're off doing their own intros right now. But we'll go ahead and get into the game here with introductions shortly. So yeah, we'll be back with you all momentarily. And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Why is Taya not in the share chat?
Why? I joined the...
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
I just had to redo it. You probably
Okay.
weren't live yet.
And I
I
released.
wasn't live when I joined. Did that break things?
What was that?
It appears to be working.
Yeah, it's working. I see you in there.
Okay.
But I'm back. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
And once Zim is back with us,
I'm
intro. Oh,
Yeah,
here.
Zoom was like the first one.
oh, did I do the long intro today? Yeah, I probably had the long intro. I was talking about the new PC setup and needing money for RAM. So,
Oh, yeah.
'cause- yay, pricing. But I guess with that the case, hello everybody. I'm Drunk Dragonair, and I'm going to be the GM for tonight's game. We'll call it. I'm totally not just going to spend most of the afternoon screwing with the players. No, why would I do that? And hey, I introduce thyself.
Did you say for me to introduce myself? Hi, I'm
Yes.
Boneko Taigo. I'm half demon, half cat and all friend, and I'm playing Dr. Volt, who is the German artificer and stuff, and he's like Magitech enhanced, and like whoever wants to go next, go next.
I'm Vari, and I'm playing Fret Signature, the mute musician, bard, Mask of the Whispering God Ninja, Kitsune. And, yeah, just, ever so looking forward to this next, bit of adventure. Totally not, just dragged to this because he has to. Definitely not. Anyways, Shoal, your go.
Hello, I'm
Yep.
Shoal, or I'm Viv, playing Shoal Brinecoat, and I am a ranger, a yokai hunter specifically. I'm here to murder Fae. I guess with the one exception being the dog that we have in the party. Preparations have been made. Time to upset a Fae. I'm excited. Kigo.
Tiny Screaming. Hello, everybody. I'm Carcerus, also known as Key, and I'm playing Last Lust tonight. And tonight totally can't go wrong. There are so many things that can't go wrong. We are gonna do this, and it's gonna make Fret feel better.
Maybe.
Who hasn't gone yet? Fret?
Zim.
Nope. Zim.
Hello everybody, I am Razim, and I am playing as Paint, the sentient feral African wild dog, who is also a fae, and apparently is going to be upset tonight for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why they want to upset him. But he is a kineticist entropist.
Yep, and I believe that means we go to recap time. With Key.
Last time was session 48, 2 weeks to speak. For once, the Recallers of Fragment Not Found have some time to themselves. Paint gets to go out and take his classes. Lost has a veritable list of things he does, as is usual, taking up every moment of his time in some capacity or other. Dr. Volt and Fret work together on some of the good doctor's larger projects, namely navigational system and doing testing in regards to the Green Flames mark versus those who do not have it. This is incorrect. I need to fix this. I knew I was missing a line when I was re-editing that. No, they are doing testing in regards to who has the Unraveler's mark, not the Green Flames mark, and those who do not have it, for which they needed paint. Fixing that. The latter requiring Paint's presence when they can pull the odd away from his education. Speaking of said education, Paint gets to perform his end-of-semester exams and move on to his second semester. Given the sheer amount of studying and experience he's accrued, it's no surprise Paint gets straight A's. Meanwhile, Shoal has his own personal projects to fulfill, including coming up with ways to bite the voice-stealing Fae better for Fret's sake. Last finally gets Canvas up to combat train capacity, meaning it would now be safe to summon the autonomous vehicle into battle. One evening, during a week, Paint allows himself to be drawn by Fret and Volt to the labs for testing involving the marks. Also, I apologize everyone, the beginning is a little all over the place because we were all over the place doing all the things. Volt needs to flip through his lenses, getting a cross-comparison using Fret as he conducts the tests. It's difficult to see the mark using the lenses, finding out that it's incredibly low energy. The mark is almost parasitic in nature, which could be highly problematic if it managed to propagate or drain. In effect, the Unraveler has put an infinitesimally small portion of itself into its victims to not only hunt them, but to draw energy from them. Several evenings pass under this intense scrutiny before Volt comes to the conclusion that watching the wavelength of the Unraveler's mark may require some knowledge in void magic. Yet another fascinating find. But that is something to expound upon another day. Next is the navigational system, which results in a great deal of pacing and mumbling from the brilliant scientist before he even writes down anything on one of his many whiteboards. Fret's presence is unironically invaluable, since as a guide of Twilight, he knows the relative distance of things between each other in the realm, or at least where they're supposed to be in relation to each other. Shoal goes to the world mirror to see if he can locate the voice stealer Fae, or at least get an image of it. When he attempts this, the mirror struggles for a few moments, then snaps to an individual of someone pacing around a room. Then a different person. And a different person. Almost as though Shoal is watching a bunch of people enacting the same scene as though they are the same actor. With this in mind, the cat shark assumes the Fae may be changing forms based on the voices it has stolen. He takes this information and goes to the bazaar to see if he can't find information on this particular type of Fae. The store he ends up in front of is a familiar place, one that was passed over previously. A jar of fox. The one with a sign that says they will not purchase voices from the Fae, they follow outside law, etc. Inside is a frilled lizard-looking gentleman pacing about, shelves filled with rows upon rows of mason jars that seemingly have voices in them. You know, a la Ursula and her seashell from The Little Mermaid. Padding up to the clerk, the cat shark grabs their attention to ask a few questions. According to the lizard clerk, there are a number of Fae that are capable of stealing voices, so more details will be appreciated. First detail, when his voice was stolen, did he die? Yes. Fret was sort of unexisted. Second, did the Fae get defeated? No. Third, does the Fae exhibit signs of having other souls? Given Shoal's description, probably. Does Shoal know where his friend's body is? The cat shark states Olerun, which is Fret's homeworld. Pausing to confirm that it is indeed a world, the clerk asks if the Fae can control Shoal's friend. Did it keep the soul? It did briefly, but Shoal stole the soul away. Is the Fae hunting the soul down? Probably, but Shoal says that it probably can't get to them at the moment. Finally, does it make its own bubble of reality? Not entirely certain, Shoal relays that the scene he spied on kept shifting whenever the shape changed. This is highly concerning, as the Fae that Shoal seeks does not merely steal voices, it steals your identity. Once it has your voice, it uses it and your physical appearance to further propagate its cruelty. If it is this kind, the clerk warns that you shouldn't speak around it, as that puts your voice at risk of theft. If it has your voice, it has some kind of control over you. While this is mostly bad, the good news is that you might be able to get the voice back. When Shoal says he does intend to fight this Fae, the clerk immediately suggests getting a Wand of Silence. Even a few words is enough for the Fae to steal one's voice. The clerk is a Fae, and even he says, fuck the Fae courts. Yeah, we're past the 15-minute mark. Anything that bolsters willpower is also good, especially for Shoal's friend, who is vulnerable to being controlled in that encounter. Such Fae have many identities and will do all they can to play on their victims' emotions, get into their heads, change the scenery. Given Shoal has already taken Fret's soul, this particular Fae is liable to be highly irritable to begin with. Hemming and hawing somewhat, the clerk says he does have a few voices Shoal could purchase as a throwaway, but that trick will only work once before the voice thief catches on. Shoal is all for it, and happily purchases a cheap voice for each of his teammates and himself. Southern Belle for Lost, a helium-adjusted voice for Fred, Italian for Shoal, a cheap anime female protagonist voice for Paint, and a Louisiana Bayou Dweller for Volt. Because, making us suffer as actors. Once all these are purchased, Shoal gives the helpful Fae clerk an extra 5 years for his assistance. In turn, the clerk states that if Shoal somehow manages to permanently kill this voice thief in its own domain, a coin will appear. If this occurs, the clerk asks that said coin be brought to him. He warns Shoal to not allow any other Fae to touch the coin. It is incredibly important they do not, as it may cause them to inherit the properties of the slain Fae. So Paint needs to be prevented from touching that coin at all costs. Good thing Shoal has leverage. And he has time to explain things, hopefully. Since he has time and is in the bazaar, the cat shark goes around looking for some relatively cheap and useful consumables, such as potions. Spoiler alert, they didn't just get cheap consumables. Some of them were rather expensive. Back in Twilight, Paint tries again to ask the new Sevnosi population how they like to relax. This is of middling success, since nearly all the Savnos are warriors of some kind and some of them are holy warriors. These are the wrong people to talk to, which is very frustrating for poor Paint. Fed up with all these not relaxing answers like reading a holy book or praying or whatever, the Odd decides to go to the bazaar. He makes his way to the Whole-Staff mechanic shop. There he finds Lost Boyfriend staring at a wall of circuit boards or something to that effect. When he gets noticed and greeted, Paint nods and squints at the guy, sending a sensation of relaxation and an image of Whole-Staff with a question mark. Pondering for a moment, Whole-Staff gestures to the wall of circuitry, indicating that doing this sort of thing is relaxing for him. He has no idea what this will do, but it might start another fire, or explode. This is corroborated by Whole-Staff's son, who says it will just catch fire again. Another thing that Whole-Staff likes is off-roading in vehicles that can roll, but Lass can't exactly do that with paint on canvas. Since that won't do, Whole-Staff tells Paint that a bike you just get on and go. With a bike, sorry. I promise I can read my own writing. As Paint contemplates this, Whole-Staff pulls out a smartphone, bringing up a video he took of his date with Lost when they went out in the Jeep and let loose. Shrugging, Whole-Staff says that maybe all Lass needs is a chance to let loose and not be responsible for a while. Worst case scenario, Paint can bring Lass back to the bazaar for another date. Thinking further, the odd pulls out a piece of paper and draws up a contract for whole staff to help Lost relax and have a good time. I'm sorry. I think it's funny that Paint keeps trying to rope whole staff into contracts and keeps just sidestepping.
Hey, he wants to make sure that the last is happy. And a great way to do that is bind them to a contract.
Paint Spay is showing.
Yes, it
really
is.
Of course, whole staff still cannot read these contracts, and so asks what they're about. Sighing, the Kinesis takes the contract back and racks his brain on how to get whole staff to understand any language. Oh. The Ring of Languages. Bringing back the contract, Paints offers it and the ring to Wholestaff. Understandably cautious. Those are two very different things. Wholestaff makes sure this isn't a gift and there aren't strings attached before he puts the ring on and reads the contract. Finally understanding, Wholestaff takes a moment to use the ring to look at the circuit boards and rewire a few things. Taking a few moments, the older of the two present Savnos leaves the room, coming back with a sealed envelope and returning the ring and contract, insisting that Paint take the envelope back to Lost. Speaking of last, he gets a knock on his door during one of his peaceful days. It's the Green Flame. He wants to crash somewhere and experience sleep since his avatar allows that. There is a somewhat tense conversation between the Paladin and the Overgod, mainly because GF seems rather convinced he could take over and make everything better. It takes a great amount of willpower for Lost to be polite, as he talks things down to a point where he can go to see that Erebane doesn't try to get into a fight that he probably cannot win. But hey, Green Flame is hanging out in the house for a day, sleeping. At the Bridge to Nothing, Last finds his patron stewing and seething, understandably irritated at being messed with for metaphorical days. Fortunately, Lost manages to be the voice of reason, talking the dragon down over their conversation to at least not fight with Green Flame. Mostly because Eric can learn a great deal from GF, not because the guy is inherently likable or too powerful. Mostly. Before he leaves, Last does remind Erebane that he is here to listen if the dragon needs, and Canvas is available should Era want to ride.
Meow.
Sorry, scrolling and fixing things. Computer's being mildly slow because this is a very long document. It is over 600 pages long now. Then, back to his house the smoke line goes. He barely gets into preparing dinner when Paint returns with 2 pieces of parchment in maw. The first, the dog excitedly presents with his tail wagging so fast it's barely visible. It's his report card, and it's all straight A's. Last is so proud and surprised that a new mask seems to manifest over his vaporous form, moving fluidly as though it were his own face. It's a bit of a shock, but he's truly proud of Paint, hanging the report card on the refrigerator, which pleases the odd. The second piece of paper is the sealed envelope from Wholestaff. Before he opens it, Lost opens up to Paint, awkwardly expressing his gratitude to his closest companion and friend for being there for him and caring about him. It's a bit silly of him, and needlessly worrying for the canine, but Lost does try his best. When the Paladin opens the letter and reads through it, he finds it's detailing what will happen on the date. As the letter goes on, it very quickly becomes quite, saucy. Lost's new face flares with energy as he blushes and quickly excuses himself, but not before telling Paint he is the goodest boy. Because let's face it, Paint is goodest boy. 2 weeks
And yet
pass,
people
and
want to upset him.
There. Just because you're good doesn't mean people aren't going to upset you. 2 weeks pass, and Foof are called to their caller's HQ by Captain Untime. The group make their way up to the office that Untime calls them to, where he is waiting with his arms clasped behind his back. First and foremost, he presents Foof's payment for saving the city, although he apologizes for it being so little as he did push for more. As for the promotion, it's technically not needed anymore. Fragment are in a league of their own, although Dextral's promotion request has been approved in spite of this. Next, however, Untime asks Fragment to sit down. Once they are seated, the captain tells them their first mission is to take out the voice stealer that took Fret's voice. Apparently, this Fae is directly responsible for luring out other recallers and has become a direct threat to Twilight. This is not something Fret particularly wants at the moment, so he frowns. Side note, oh my gosh, that's like the 6th time I've doubled up on words in single sentences. I'm annoyed with myself.
Oh.
Blame the keyboard.
Yeah. Shoal pipes up, letting Untime know he's done some research indicating the Fae can only be slain in its own home. Which is good, as the voice stealer seems to have moved its domain nearby in the in-between places. After that is dealt with, Fragment are being tasked with handling the Unraveler that marked them and many others. It, too, is nearby and attempting to net a cough mid-jump, which is a new development. After those 2 major threats are dealt with, the Recallers will need to begin handling the metaphorical fires that got lit outside the realm. There are many entities that are unhappy they are not being repaid by Valence, which are now Twilight's problem. But one thing at a time, for now. Fret is bent forward, staring at the floor somewhat vacantly. In spite of concerns from his quadrupedal companion, the Kitsune insists he is okay to go on this next mission. With a bit of nudging, the group agree to take the strategic and personal conversation to a meeting room down the hall, escorted by that one. Inside, Shoal informs everyone of what kind of threat the voice stealer is and what it is capable of doing. In particular, its ability to freely command those whose voices it has stolen. To combat this, Shoal has made a number of purchases in the bazaar to counter these issues. The voices he bought, but also a number of lesser metamagic silent rods and other similar pieces of equipment to be distributed among his allies. Fred also begins pulling out his supplies, a number of scrolls, components, and a wand of channel vigor in his possession. In addition, Shoal distributes potions of haste, good hope, and owl's wisdom to each of his allies. The cat shark had spent all but a small number of weeks in the bazaar to prepare for this fight. As they begin the strategy meeting proper, Shoal slides the jars with new voices across the meeting table for everyone. They'll need to use those voice jars to keep themselves from getting their own voices stolen. Fret gives each of his allies a scroll of Rite of Centered Mind and Visualization of the Mind. He explains these scrolls take a long time to cast and last longer, so everyone should use them before they enter the Fae's domain. Remembering something important, Shoal directly addresses Paint, telling him that when the Fae is slain, a coin will be dropped. Under no circumstances is Paint to touch that coin, as that would turn him into the exact same type of Fae, and that would be bad. Paint nods in understanding at every point of confirmation, which seems to please the cat shark enough he promises to waive the next friendship fee. Lost asks Fred if there is anything about this monster's domain he can divulge. Anything to navigate it faster, to get to the Fae easier. Nodding, Fred shrugs and telepathically explains that the realm is full of liminal spaces and gaps. Places that are familiar but aren't quite right. Things that don't quite fit together. His descriptions of the halls and rooms is eerie, even more so than Valence's dungeon. Shoal pipes in that some of that is due to the Fae being bound by Oleron's rules. Apparently out in the void between, it has even more control over its domain. This concerns Fret, ears flattening as he pulls out a much fancier scroll he has in his possession. A scroll that Shoal has a similar copy of. Both are scrolls of Form of the Alien Dragon, a useful contingency to gain a temporary advantage when they need it. With what they have now, Even that may not be enough, given the fear this face seems capable of instilling. Both Fret and Volt realize they have not asked for their boons from Erebane yet, so Lost gladly begins to escort the pair to the Bridge to Nothing. Everyone leaves with their new supplies to go prepare in their own way. Soon they will face a fearsome creature responsible for tearing one of their own from existence. And now, Session 49. Fare thee well.
Oh, that was not... Oh, come on. Go to the right thing. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. And Zim, no, there's a significant difference between the naming conventions here. I get away with that one for reasons. There's actual reasons. You, on the other hand, have given an NPC a title that shall not be named on this stream.
What?
Because I simply cannot. But with all that in mind, who is the other person getting the boon today? It was...
Right.
Oh, right. I didn't even think about what to come out for a boon.
It's fine. We can always deal with it whenever you find something. But I believe you guys are going to be gathering by Threshold and calling for your cough to bring you somewhere you generally don't go. Correct? Unless there's any last minute prep anybody had.
Well, Fret, when he goes for a boon, of which, yeah, Fret has a boon in mind, and, that's, yeah, gains, an eerie silence about him that, seems to echo in weird ways, but, anyways, he will inquire with Erebane about, how things went with, Mr. Green Flame.
Erebane's response says he's still talking.
Oh.
He's threatened my life 3 times now. Called me fat twice. And is currently telling me how to fix this place.
And Fret will respond with an, "Oh, so y'all are good friends already. Awesome."
There will not be a response to that that inquiry.
It wasn't a query, it was a statement. And then Fret will just smugly smile and head back to get ready.
All right. Any other last minute preparations anybody wants to do specifically?
Not that I can think of.
Oh. Fret will take a stop by the Dwarven Forge to get his blade sharpened.
Definitely doable.
Or rather, yeah.
Absolutely not a problem at all.
And just to make
Yeah.
sure, paint's going to the world mirror.
Yep, I just kind of assumed everybody was going to go the world mirror, so that way everybody has at least one reroll on hand.
Oh, that is not a bad idea.
Oh, right, trackers.
Yes.
I think I already have a reroll from the mirror, though.
Yeah, it looks like you should have at least one. I think Vari's the
There
only
we
one
go.
that can gain one right now. Yep. But with all that said and done, you all go to Threshold. And of course, Dextrel is waiting for you. And it looks like your little promotion did indeed go through. It's a little funny, he has wooden wings now, with the metal ones previously given seem to still be present as well, as if they grew into the metal themselves. Like trees typically do. He
With
is
like
sitting and waiting patiently. What'd you say, Varien?
trees growing into like barbed wire fences and such.
Yep. So congratulations, Paint and Dr. Volt. Your little gift is a permanent piece of this guy now.
Yes.
Okay.
Once you come up, Dextrel hesitantly says, "All right, I believe I am escorting you guys to an edge."
Fret
Yes.
gives a thumbs up.
I have been given the coordinates, so when you are ready, feel free to hop on. It's way closer than you would think. I must warn that I will be pushed back into reality relatively quickly. I can grab you out if needed, but I won't be able to stay myself.
We understand.
Fret will hold up a finger, and then pull out one of his scrolls of Rite of Centered Mind.
You wish to prepare a cast?
Fret gives a thumbs up.
Well, any casting you wish to do beforehand, feel free to complete now.
Prima.
I'll wait.
Alright, so we're all casting our hour-long ritual spell doodads.
Just 2 of them.
Yep, get the long ones out of the way.
I
does
barely
somebody wanna
understand what it all does, but sure.
I was about to say, does somebody want to be nice and put all the effects listed out in our in the game-related chats? That way, everybody can reference it in quick.
I know it's
Yeah, I'll go
it
ahead.
makes it allows us to make big, huge will saves.
Oh, I was going to suggest that we have a note card, but we'll probably swap to a battle map, so it won't matter.
Yeah, there's gonna be a battle map at some point, so probably best in the group chat. Yes, hi Kuro.
Okay.
Chat, I'm busy. I will give you attention, but I am currently running a game, buddy.
Cat wants to be the evil cat in your lap, Mr. Mastermind.
Well, I don't need the keyboard quite yet, so... Also, hi chat. How's chat doing? How y'all doing out there? Hopefully y'all good. Anyway, just waiting for the... I should have said this before game. Why didn't I have you guys do this before game?
Sure.
That would have been smart. Dump everything needed in the general chat.
We didn't think about it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
should have, though. Add a note. My
Okay.
bad.
So here is Rite of Centered Mind.
Thank you.
Okay, so the only major thing is you have to make a choice with the second spell, which is Visualization of the Mind. There are 3 different types that it can be. You can have it be a charisma visualization, a intelligence visualization, or a wisdom visualization. Fret will be going with a wisdom visualization.
As will Shoal.
As will Volt.
Wait, what?
The visual, it's in the game thread or game related.
Yeah, well, I gave the full descriptions, and now I'm gonna do just the condensed.
Yep, wisdom.
I mean, yeah, there's no reason not to go wisdom here.
Yeah,
Charisma
wisdom is a
has
smart choice.
like charisma has like reasons that it could be good. But yes, for this situation, wisdom to gain saving throw bonuses is probably the way.
Actually, Lost is going to pick charisma.
Oh,
Oh, I see.
I see.
I mean, his abilities are charisma based, and also the luck bonus is nice.
Yeah.
Understandable. And I believe those are the only 2 spells you guys are pre-casting, correct?
Correct.
the rest of them are minute long, or rather minutes long things mostly.
Yeah. Minutes per level, I believe, for the rest.
Or rounds for some of the really big ones.
Yeah, like haste.
Haste is always good. But one way or the other, Dextrel will allow you guys to strap yourselves to him, and he will... Go ahead.
Good Hope, I think, is also a long duration one.
Is it?
Let me check.
Good Hope is a morale bonus.
Oh, it's minutes per level. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. So, he will allow you to strap yourselves to him, and he will go ahead and step out of Threshold into the shadowy fields around. He will then do a very short hop around where the city's bubble is to the in-between. For those that haven't seen it, I want you to imagine reality as the edge of a bubble. You can look in and see everything, but you can see the sheen between what is and what is not, and on the outside, an indescribable color. Everything just blank. And when I say indescribable, it's because you cannot see color because color does not exist out here. Along the surface of reality, you can see little bubbles. You can see where twilight is. Off in the distance, you can see several more. And before Dextrel gets pulled back into reality by the chains that bind him to it through Arabane himself, he simply points at the bubble. Extremely close to the bubble you are at. Twilight's bubble. The little protrusion into nothing. Right at the in-between. That's how close this Fae has gotten. He utters a simple good luck before he almost seems to get sucked back in, whether he likes it or not. Leaving you guys in the awkward position of standing on the edge of reality itself. And you guys stand there.
Oh boy.
All right then. Shall we go?
Yes.
Fret will nod.
Yeah. Paint
You feel
gives
it
a nod.
All right, we should probably put on the new voices, shouldn't we?
That would probably be smart.
Key, do you want to copy and paste everybody's voices to them again? Or to the group chat so that way everybody remembers what their voice is?
I would
Fret
have to
will
check.
pop the bottle and inhale voice.
Yep. I know you can't speak anyways, Fret, but
Hey, I figure it will translate to telepathic speech, being in that voice.
have fun with your accents, guys.
As I said, I'm
I
not going
forget-
to attempt this one.
That's fine.
That's fine. Well, I mean,
All right, mine was the kind of southern Cajun.
Yep.
Spectacular.
I forget what Fret's was.
I didn't forget.
Right. Oh boy. I forget what Viv gave himself.
Italian.
Ah,
I posted it in the side room so it doesn't interrupt the spell descriptions, because we're going to need the spell descriptions.
Understood.
The,
Viv
the
making
most
fun of himself.
the most I
Yes.
could do with this is just kawaii. That's it.
Instead of sneezing, that's the sound paint makes.
Works for me.
Huh? Kawaii. Kawaii, this is... All right.
This is gonna be terrible.
This is horrible, and I love it.
You're welcome.
As you guys approach the bubble, a doorway appears on
Dude.
the edge of the bubble as if to invite you in. A homely door, the kind that you would see in the front of a house of Olorun. The kind of welcoming, hand-carved one that a certain individual in the party remembers seeing all over his hometown. The handle turns a little bit, and it creaks just slightly open.
Shoal squints at the door.
The door does not squint back, for it is a door.
Are we sure?
Roll intimidate on it.
Does it smell like a fae?
No, it smells like Fey magic, but it's definitely not a Fey.
Hate that.
Who else is going to put their hands on their hips and look at all their friends? Now, really, it's just a door. We're going to go in either way. Pauses. Oh, I don't like this at all.
Okay, the unfortunate thing is that you have a normally quiet voice, and this is making your voice quiet.
Oh yeah, I should turn up key a
Kai's
little. Yep,
voice, yeah.
there we go.
Sorry.
I don't think
Already
I
at-
can further.
Yeah, Key's already
Oh.
at 200% for me.
I'll try
Same.
and speak a bit louder.
Okay.
He is just so soft spoken because he's a cutie. But who's going to grab the handle?
Is it? Mm,
Fred will ready in action.
Okay,
In that he pulls out a wand.
understood.
Shoal also pulls out a wand.
Do you want to do the honors last?
Paint will open the door.
I mean, I get.
Paint opens the door. The moment that your hand touches the door, it swings wide open and you all are going to be tugged in. You may resist or attempt to resist if you want, but this is a tugging effect.
Does Fred's
I don't think that works on paint.
Yeah.
I don't think
It-
paint hits solid ground to stand on for that to work.
Does in this situation.
We're outside reality. Technically, paint's not on solid ground.
does Fred's ready in action go off?
You can if you wanted to.
Okay, silence spell gets flung through the door as we get pulled in.
Understood?
Oh,
What about-
in which case, I'm not using my.
Understood. You guys get pulled through the door and find yourselves cat. Get off my lap then. Jesus. Sorry. He bit me because I wasn't paying attention to him. All right. So you guys get tucked into a room. It has a wood floor. Really, everything all at once all the time. I'll just hold this over here so hopefully nobody hears it. There we go. You guys find yourselves in a room. It has wood floors and notably yellowish wallpaper that most people can imagine their grandparents have, with a slightly floral pattern, vertical. There are no doors and no windows, except for the door that you came in that promptly shuts. In the center of a room is a single small table with a record player perched upon it, a record currently laying on its roundabout. And you guys do land on your feet.
We
Last is going to examine the record player.
It is a record player. It looks like it's already been cranked. It looks like the needle is posed. The only thing somebody has to do is hit play. Though, currently there's silence in the room, so that might need to be dismissed before you can hear what it does.
Fret will survey the room and dismiss the silence.
Gotcha. Once the silence is dismissed, you guys hear the sounds of... It sounds like winter outside. Slightly blowing air, relatively quiet. What were you going to say, Viv? Or Zim?
I was going to ask if anybody's got the link to the, actually, I think I found it. The Vril staff?
Yes.
Yes. Alright, I got it. I lost the...
Okay, cool.
Then, so, was... Yeah. Carry on.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a perception check.
Go ahead and roll.
$33.
Yeah, it's relatively quiet in here. The gentle sounds of an old creaking home. The only thing you see in this room specifically seems to be this record player. Sounds like it's winter outside, though, as I said. Slight sounds of wind blowing occasionally, but otherwise very silent.
Lost is going to tentatively press flick the play switch. I'm assuming this is the one that has a switch.
Probably, yes.
Go
ahead.
If what would knowledge for Faye be? Would that be nature?
Usually, yes.
And why do I care?
Yeah.
I just like asked that out of reflex. Anyway,
It's the customary.
29.
29? Well,
I assume this would be at least enough to understand that winter is typically associated with the unseelie.
Usually, though, it could be just playing games too.
Era, sending you a bit of information because of my archetype.
Yep. I will look at that here in a moment. So, the play switch has been hit, and the record player starts up. And Fret would immediately recognize the introduction to the song with some minor changes. He notices that it's taking a much more somber sound than this particular song has. It is a song that is about a person at home waiting for their partner to return from a long journey, longing and waiting. The voice is Fret's, singing so softly, so melancholy, waiting for you to come home.
Fret goes kind of teary-eyed.
Dang it. I was hoping for a 1. Shoal's gonna go over and push the record player over.
You push the record player over and it crashes to the ground like it was made out of glass. And the moment it does so, a new door appears on the opposite wall from where you came in.
The one was to see if he either knocked it over or ate it. That was, if I rolled a 1, he was just gonna eat the whole fucking thing.
Just crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yep. Well, anyway, here's Wonderwall. Thank you, Cosmo.
It's the music version of Wander Wheel.
Wow. Ow.
You know what? He's right.
I can't disagree, but I find it upsetting still. But yes, there is a new door here.
Well, should I open this one too?
I suppose.
Oh, I really don't like this.
I think
Threat
it's
will,
hilarious.
Telepathy.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Fret's voice in Lost's head causes them to, like, spike and ripple a bit. Like it hit a nerve.
Last Lost just likes this less and less.
They're just gonna stiffly walk over and open the door.
As you open the door, you get hit with a breeze that is extremely familiar to you specifically, Last. A smell that is very specifically familiar. As you gander out, you see a back alley of a city much like yours. The same lights, the same feel, even in your own vision. The faint smell of a certain drug you used to use in the air. One of the places where you may have even gotten this stuff or used it. The sounds of crowds not too far away. Maybe early afternoon.
Oh, that's...
Shoal is just kind of like sticking his head through the door and looking around.
Yep, you look to the left and you see some sort of fencing, but to the right it seems the alleyway goes a fair ways to a dead end where there's a door next to a couple of, you're assuming those are trash bins? Maybe incinerator? You don't know what those are. There's some sort of bin-like thing. Last could tell you what those are.
Last is going to step out into the alleyway and look around.
It's almost a mockery now that you're out here. Like somebody tried to imitate your world, but didn't quite get it right, just to strike a nerve.
Fret will inquire.
What is this place?
Someone's idea of a very bad joke. They're just sort of dragging a hand along one of the walls of the alleyway as they start walking towards the door.
Shoal is following alongside Last.
Paint is staying so close to Last. You know, once again, might accidentally trip Last a little bit.
Alright, so maybe they're not walking briskly. Maybe they have been slowed down because their companions are crowding them in an alleyway.
Lol.
Well, Shoal can just float, so he's not really ever going to be in the. Unless he chooses to be, because cat.
Ah, yes. Chooses to be cat, right in between your feet, right where you're about to step, every single time.
Although Paint's been doing that more than I have.
I think Paint's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much glued to a leg.
It's the doggo thing where they're, running between your legs and stuff, but not doing it intentionally just to be an asshole.
Never mind. It is worse. Got it. You get up to the door, and this one's a metallic one that you would very much recognize. You've seen a million of these last. There's something carved into it, but it's definitely faded or definitely not your language.
You know, if this thing is really reading our memories, it's doing a pretty shit job. And they're gonna try and open the door.
You open the door, and this time, hey, Paint, you remember the inside of this barn a little too well. Maybe a little bit too well, considering it may have been the last thing you saw for a while. You're at the back of it. You can see the double doors at the edge.
Paint freezes when he enters this.
Fret will probably bump into the back of Pain.
And Paint, of course, does not budge at all. I like my stubborn
What is-
belt.
Paint, are you okay?
He's going to, one moment. I've got a art for this, which I'm sure you've all seen already, but I'm going to bring it up anyways.
Oh,
One whole art.
Yeah, I know what
Mhm.
Zim's referencing here.
I don't have it on hand, so I can't pull it up on my stream.
I'm putting it in the art channel here.
Ah. There it is.
Yep. A barn, yeah.
Yeah, that's the image Paint is sending along.
Paint. This isn't real. This is just a mind game. Don't let it get to you.
He is going to nod and continue moving.
Shoal is essentially doing the, I'm assuming there's like the little stalls and everything.
Yep.
It shows obnoxiously like knocking the door to every single one of those in. And basically just clearing the entire room.
Just trashing it. Understood. Yep, you got the double barn doors ahead of you.
Oh, sure, I didn't realize you cared so much about Paint.
Where's my spell list?
Zim, we need a cantrip that is a mute button. It just cuts somebody off right in the middle of their sentence. They can continue talking afterwards, but it cuts them off for at least a moment.
Get drenched. You get what's essentially a bucket of cold water on your face.
Lol.
Fret has a very conflicted look because very displeased at the water, but satisfied otherwise.
I can, and then I will, with another cantrip, I'm gonna hit the big barn door with open.
The barn doors fly open, and you see what looks like the edge of a beach. A very familiar one there, Shoal.
Blink.
There's a cave nearby, and immediately you realize something weird about this location. Well, you can see the cave nearby. The beach goes on to a little beach house further up, but that cave is the one that you took to get here. You could go home.
Let's see here. I don't have ability to just throw rocks at the cave, so Hothy tilts head up and just oof. And just goes stalking right past the cave.
Understood. So you're going to walk along the beach down to the beach house?
Yeah.
This is your world, by the way. It feels very much like it. Or at least a facsimile of it. There are some things wrong. But, you know.
Water doesn't smell quite right. Fish are a little off.
Yep.
The consistency of the sand is off, and that irritates the ever-living shit out of him.
And you guys get up to the little beach house. Rickety, worn out. Very much in the same style as the kind of stuff your people used to make for fun.
Shoal will, I'm surprised nobody asked about the cave and why Shoal treated it that way.
Fred is not asking questions in here. Absolutely not. Not with what the purpose of these environments are.
Paint does not believe he has paid enough, friendship tax for questioning things like this.
Remember, your next tax got waived.
Well, yes, but it's still not enough for this.
I mean, that's probably fair.
This
You
is
have to
actually
go
one of the.
Ultra Plus subscription first.
This is
here's
actually one of the things Shoal would not. He's just sure, I'll talk about it, whatever.
Era, I have an important question about the environment in these places.
Yep.
What is the status of shadows in these environments?
Surprisingly normal. They're all
Okay.
facsimiles, so the shadows do exist. However, each room that you enter, the previous room does cease to exist.
I figured.
So,
Shoal is just gonna spell open the door again.
you crack the door open and you see something Dr. Volt would recognize. It's a rather quiet area, just a grassy hill. Seems that there's some sort of building on or in the distance in the fog, but there's a tree, and upon these trees are these little scrolls.
I
That
assume this is where Dr. Volt got unmade himself.
you unmade yourself with a book, but
Oh.
this is a tree that you read about that has not just all knowledge gained by the universe so far, but rumored to be the tree that has all knowledge that could be gained. Each scroll on this tree has a fundamental truth that transcends not only this reality, but every reality, its function, its form. All knowledge is here.
Wow.
Val. Or no, sorry, not Val. Well, looks like someone don't got no respect for our intelligence, giving us such an obvious trap.
I was about to say, this one's a little bit different from the others.
No, I just assumed that the others are similar for you guys. I wasn't really sure what was going on with each, but this one's a trap clearly laid for me.
What is that tree?
Just don't do not go trying to read nothing.
Ah. Okay.
Shoal just frowns and shrugs and goes, "Mine was an actual way home. That was how I
And
got
mine
here the
is all
first
knowledge
time."
that could possibly exist.
Seems like for Paint and I, it was bad memories.
I mean, that first room was pretty bad memories too. That was the first room that we fell into. When I died.
Shoal just frowns again.
Lost will frown and gently pat Fret on the shoulder.
Because we
mention-
all have fake voices right now, because this thing steals your existence by stealing your voice.
So I bought. So Shoal bought fake voices for everybody.
It's kind of great, actually.
And unfortunately, the one bought for me is one that I cannot recreate. So
It's okay. We found a way for
Hey,
it to work.
you should just do like the stereotypical like verbal tics, but just do it flat.
Desu. Nia.
I don't know any of them. I don't watch anime dubbed or subbed, whatever. I can never remember which one.
It would be
Kawaii
Yeah, that's fine.
Desune.
Ow. Oy vey.
No, that one's Jewish.
But yes, yeah, you made the mistake of reading a book. This is a promise. Very dangerous one.
Anyways, yeah. So there's shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Fret's gonna cast a spell.
What's that?
Searching shadows.
The shadow grippers.
Yep, the shadow grippers.
Yep. How far can they go again?
10-foot radius spread, medium range. So 140. But yeah. I can give it a criteria and it'll search for it.
Yep. What criteria are you giving it?
Okay, so the original Fae, could I get a refresher of basic description of its form?
It depends on who it's pretending to be currently.
All right. Okay, in that case, let's go with searching for teeth.
Awkwardly human teeth. Go. No, please don't. Nobody give that art. Put that away.
Hey,
All right,
Ido,
you're
be
go-
a good boy.
Oh boy.
Awkwardly human-toothed Fret can't hurt you. It doesn't exist.
I think the worst one would be Shoal.
Oh no!
Realistic human teeth on things that shouldn't have realistic human teeth are not okay. I will let you know when your searching shadows finds that. Well, actually,
Okay,
no.
cool.
First and foremost, it's going to find it in the next room, the doorway just beyond the fog, that little cabin that you can see in the distance.
All right.
Um. Yeah. So Fret will kind of do the whole abruptly raise a hand and telepathy.
Wait, there's someone in there.
A person? Or something worse?
Fred shrugs and will pull out his wand.
Oh, I forgot to turn that off. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Vine.
I guess Lost will heft up their rifle and get ready. Taking point, heading for the cabin.
Yep. It's a rather tranquil place here, except for the fog. As you get up to the cabin, it seems fairly homely, actually. Rather comfortable, even. The fog kind of gives it that eerie Silent Hill vibe, but could be worse.
Well, Fred's going to go up and kick open the door.
You see a very opulent hallway. A nice red carpet down the center, leading down this hallway onto your left and onto your right, with enough space for a huge creature to walk through. You see large glass cases, some of them larger than others, with little display lights at the tops. That way you can clearly see what is being displayed within. Individuals, their eyes faded, staring off into the distance, frozen in time, breathing almost, but frozen still. Names written in little placards at the base of each of them. Individual names, their names in their languages. The hall goes fairly far. This is at least 60 or 70 souls. Near the back, you can see some have curtains over them. Right by the opulent door that goes into the next room.
Okay, so important question. You said
Mm-hmm.
souls, not bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay, so Lost does not immediately try to smash a glass case. But they do stare at the nearest glass case and look very tempted.
Fred will just walk up to one of the cases and peer inside.
The individual inside doesn't seem to even so much as to flinch. It's like they're no longer home.
Fred has a hand trailing to his katana. Fred seems to be preparing to do something. Fred begins taking a stance like he is about to slash.
I don't think anybody is going to stop you, it sounds like.
Hang on. Let's see if Lost gets out of their own head.
Paint is going to
I
go.
would advise not taking any of the obvious bait that's been lying around. I think my point was made pretty clear in that previous chamber.
Lost shadow ports behind Fret, putting a hand on his shoulder. We ain't gonna save him that way. Ain't? Looks mildly distressed at himself.
Fred will just kind of do a side eye to Lost, and with kind of a grimace, will say,
Damnation would be better than this.
Freedom would be better than damnation.
Fred just gives a long sigh and drops the hand that was on his blade.
Now, I'm not even talking about that. I'm thinking that any creature this old got to be at least a little bit smart and know a little bit about manipulating people. And gee, wouldn't this just be the right kind of thing to piss you off?
Fred nods.
So, if it wanted you to do something that might backfire on you, maybe pissing you off might be its goal.
Fred gives a long sigh and steps away from the case.
Shoal's gonna pat his knee with a paw and go, "They'll be free when I eat its fucking heart." It's hard to
Fred?
like go into the Italian accent right after Vol's doing the Cajun. Like it throws me off.
It's so contagious.
I'm aware, like someone I think has a Bob Ross voice going on, and it's coming out Cajun.
All right.
Oh,
Oh boy.
okay. Jesus. Where was I going? Okay. Yeah. Fred will note.
So, I would like to note, though, this seems familiar. Something similar happened last time. Ah, these
Good.
might fight against us.
Then we kill them and free them.
Okay. Well, let's keep moving then.
It'll be as it'll be. Whether or not they attack us, they don't have any choice in the matter. Well, now I'm curious. What's with the ones with the covers? Is last is going to sort of move down to the ones that are covered, not lifting the covers at the moment, because that could also be a trap.
They're
Well,
bombs.
You don't have to, because when you approach, one of the covers slides off as if to present itself to you. The light flickers on then the inside, and a little fanfare and a little puff of confetti goes off. On this plate, your name emblazoned in proper Savoni or Savno there in your home script.
Stop, no.
I
Uh,
appreciate the effort.
Paint smashing this one with a blast.
Awesome.
Ooh.
So that's okay. Once Pink gets close, his shows too.
Well, Paint's
This time,
right
course,
next
stop me
to
because I can't read.
Paint's right next to last, so you know.
Yep, it's fine. Each of you will have one, and the only one that does or whose sheet slips off and is already broken is Fret's, because he's not in
Oh.
there. That's where he's supposed to be. But
No, he's supposed to be the Shoal.
we'll do this battle map, I think. Yes. Is this too bright? Yeah, that should be fine, I think. Is that too bright of a color?
It hasn't loaded in for me yet. Or
It's
wait,
supposed
is
to
it
be
white? Is it just this
Yes.
white?
Yeah.
That
Well,
is-
no, there should be
that is a
lines.
pretty bright. It
there
hasn't
battle
loaded
grid?
those.
It's just solid white.
Okay, this might be the wrong table. Here, we'll just use... I wonder if I accidentally overloaded it. We'll just use this one then. And I'll erase the confusing lines right away, so that way Zim doesn't die.
Tiny screaming.
As soon as... Tabletop! Stop fucking screwing... Urgh. There we go. Every time I got hovered over the trash can, it disappeared. Making it impossible for me to hide things. Oh boy, I forgot how many dead enemies were on this screen.
Yeah, we killed a lot of things in that. It was great. Good times.
So we got all that deleted. And then if you guys would like to do me a favor and roll initiative right away and put yourselves on the board, I'm going to take a short moment to run the bathroom because I've actually had to go for like 20 minutes now. Holding it.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm going first.
Oh, that is not going to work, game. Let's do this then.
Well, I rolled over 30 on initiative, so good luck, guys.
Jesus Christ.
Here.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was one thing that Paint was not going to allow.
That's fair. Like, this was gonna happen.
There we go. I'm just going to go this far. You guys can put yourselves somewhere within all these little square doodles. And I will make this one the broken one. That belongs to Fret. And I will put this one as the broken one that Paint just broke. And I will be right back because I need to use the bathroom so bad.
The fuck did this should be cursed thing come out looking kind of cute?
Oh? Oh, are you preparing for a
I'm
thing?
actually making a new Who's That Pokemon things after like a month of not.
Oh.
But yeah, Vari, I'm going to send you what this is, and I'm going to tell you what it is. And
Oh no.
I want your opinion on if it is like cuter than it should be considering what it is.
Hmm. Okay. That is really cute, actually.
And shouldn't it be the most horrifying thing?
Nah.
You know, I'm going to make one small change to it because of just how cute it is.
Oh my gosh.
I would love to see it tie up, but I can also wait if need be. All right. Let's see. Where do you want to be, Viv, and where do you want to be, Taya, on this battle map?
Okay, so the broken one is here.
Yep, that one would have been Last Lost. This one is Vari's, which Shoal would recognize because he busted him out. It wasn't in this room when you found him, but now it is.
Shoal
Just
points at it and goes, "Ha!"
But the glass shatters, and Key, I am very sorry. I need you to do me a favor.
Yes.
And I need to describe to everybody what Last perceives himself to have looked like at his worst.
Oh. In life or just in his head?
In life. Well, that is adorable.
And it should be horrifying.
No, it's precious.
At his absolute worst, Lost looked like he was almost half made of fire. That's how much cinder he was taking. The internal of his torso shows like this silhouette of a rib cage that isn't really there, with these burning flames inside just reaching through almost every vapor and fiber of his being. And his eyes are glazed over. There's not even any pupils to them anymore. And the way his vapors billow and writhe is very uncontrolled and formless, like a forest fire that has been left to go too long. And he's just sort of hunched over, and at full size, like there's nothing contained about him, there's nothing restrained about him, and he looks like the picture of misery and internalized loathing and pain.
Now I need to roll its initiative as soon as I broken link. How fantastic. Where is it? Where not there. Give me 1 second. The link broke to this creature. This is what I get for using 3.5 for that. Crap. There it is. Okay. Not the same site, but this works. Good enough. That's all I needed. Okay. And it got a 17. I'm believing your dex is probably better than its there, Vari. What's your dex modifier?
Mine is +7.
Yeah, yours is way better. Okay. Alrighty then. Yeah, this thing comes out, and it is immediately Shoal's turn. Make that token a little bit darker. Just a wee bit. There we go. What you doing, Shoal?
We have a spooky shadow last. What to do? Well, does it feel like Faye?
No.
I have a question to well, I'll wait till my turn first.
Okay.
Trying to decide what I want to do. He probably should waste. Is it like weaponless?
Yes.
Huh. What sort of knowledge skill should I roll to try and figure out what the thing planes?
You can attempt planes. You can attempt any knowledge roll. You just got to tell me what you're rolling.
I'm going to attempt knowledge planes. 25.
Let me double check. Okay. You're pretty sure this is not an extraplanar being, but it doesn't feel right. Something very similar to the theme of this room, maybe.
Well, nothing for it, I guess. Move through these idiots. Go here.
Understood?
And then I'm going to bite it.
Gotcha. And question before you roll here. Your bite is magical, correct?
Magic/silver.
Does it have ghost touch abilities?
No.
Good to know. Go ahead and roll.
That is a 30.
All right, and high or low?
Low.
It was high, so unfortunately that does not hit.
I recognize that sort of effect, though, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're recognizing corporeal.
Ugh. It's incorporeal.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is my move, my standard, and I don't really have a quick action to use. So I will pass my turn.
Gotcha. Hey, Paint, it is your turn.
This thing offends Paint.
Kerblast.
Kerblast, indeed.
Gotcha. What kind of blast?
His new Vril Blast.
Understood.
Ooh,
In comes the power of, this.
Right, I forgot to have the calculator open for this. 26.
Well, hold on, let me double check really quickly because that doesn't matter no matter what kind of AC that is. That does hit and will do damage.
It is touch for the record.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
There we go.
Look at all those dice.
Same amount of
Oh,
dice as
nice.
before, but
Yeah.
Untyped damage is fucking good.
19.
25.
Yeah, plus bonus. Okay.
That is very good. All right, got it. Anything else you would like to do?
25 is a lot of damage.
Yes,
That
it is.
is wild for unmitigatable damage.
I mean, might as well jolt it too. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but I'm gonna jolt it. 25 and you 13.
Hit.
Oh, cool. Well, that will be... The first one is 4 electric.
Mm-hmm.
And second, 2 electric.
4 and 2.
Yep.
Understood.
I don't think I'm going to have Rex get close to this thing. Actually, considering he doesn't have a voice now, might just pull him inside. But not doing that during the fight, so he's not going to do anything.
No worries. All right, Dr. Volt, it's your turn. I'm assuming you're going to roll a knowledge check, correct?
Yeah, that would be a good step to take, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
I have at least pointed out that it is incorporeal, and as far as Shoal can tell, not really planar in nature. But it's weird.
26.
You know, it takes you a moment because you realize that this one's disguised, but this is a wraith. Yeah, don't get touched by this thing. It has constitution drain. Incorporeal.
Dr. Volt will pass that knowledge along.
Ooh.
Yep.
Dr. Volt will also hold on. Where did you go?
I just stepped into the kitchen real quick.
Not... And of course, it's loading the.
Loading. Loading. Yeah, gotta love it.
Okay. Which was Yeah, he's just gonna fire the voltaic cannon at the thing. His his magic missile pew pew machine.
Yep. And you don't have to roll to hit, you just gotta roll damage.
Why did you get set on a different desktop? What the fuck? Okay. Uh, 5 plus 8, 13 plus 4, 17.
17. Got it. Any other actions from you?
Wait, where is the thing on the map?
Right here.
Oh,
It's a
it's
little
in-
hard to
Looks
see.
like
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there are going to be another set of actions.
okay.
One, I'm going to 5, 10, or 5, 15, 20, 30.
Understood.
Oh, wait, no, I have Bruce's striding and springing. 40.
Getting back from it. Understood.
Yeah, I'm not going to be in range of this thing. I'm not going to let this thing touch me.
You don't have the constitution for that.
Absolutely not.
And anything else? Any swift actions for you? Cantrips
nope.
you want to drop? All right. That will make it Vari's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then I'm going to perform. Actually, you know what? I might as well go ahead and start up a bardic performance of Inspire Courage,
Mm-hmm.
which is +4 Inspire Courage. But then also, I'm going to cast Ghostbane Dirge on the spooky guy.
Yep. And what does that do again?
It is a will save. Yeah, will negates. The target coalesces into a semi-physical form for a short period of time. While subject to the spell, the incorporeal creature takes half damage from non-magical attack forms and full damage from magic weapons, spells, spell-like effects, and supernatural effects.
Ooh, very good. Very good. And I will roll its will save now. Boop.
Okay, that is 2nd level spell. So 2 plus 10. It is a 20 to save.
It
Oh, wait.
fails by 1.
Wow. Thank you, Rod of Splendor.
That is a very good spell to have, which means if it gets, or when it gets back to Viv's turn, this poor thing. Or whoever
Anyways.
else, but go ahead.
That is my turn.
Yeah, unfortunately, it gets a turn first. So, hey, Viv.
Yeah.
It's reaching out to touch you.
Okay, it's got to succeed a touch attack.
Yeah. I would assume 18 touches.
Not even fucking close.
Really?
No.
For your touch AC?
My touch AC is 25.
How?
I have 28 dex. Plus
Alright.
deflection counts. Plus I have from one of the ion stones.
Okay, maybe I should have upgraded it to the bigger one because I was being nice, but now I don't feel like being nice. So
Yeah, no.
Hey, just because he's insane does not mean the rest of us are.
You have
It's
the
okay.
Constitution.
This was only the first one anyways, so
Yeah, you see how there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more boxes?
Oh no,
Yeah.
you see there's only 5 boxes that are like this. The other ones were actually spirits that if you would have crashed it, they would have they all have character sheets at various levels. But that's fine. It still gets a second attack. I'm assuming 21 does not hit your touch AC.
No.
You guys still have 3 more boxes you could totally break with your names on it if you guys want to. But I guess it's going back to last.
Yeah.
Remind me not to be nice, dang.
I just have good AC. That's what I've got going for me right now, okay?
Good AC, fantastic initiative, insane stealth.
All from a singular stat, by the way, which is Dex.
Yes.
Varien,
Dex too strong. But let's
can you
be
look at
fair.
your DMs, please?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh. Where?
Discord?
No, I didn't. Yeah.
How?
But yeah, the other version has plus 16 to its hit, so
Yeah, it's fine. You could have totally used that. All right. Well, I've got the rifle out, so it is magic. Oh, right. Ghostbane Dirge is active. Haha, I don't need to worry about using a smite. Thank you so much. Sorry, I blanked for a second. I'm gonna Vital Strike.
All right.
Hopefully I hit.
Mathing in progress.
31 to hit, if I'm reading this right.
Yes, you hit.
Because for some reason I've got a plus. Oh, right. Inspire Courage.
Yep.
So
31 does hit.
So that would actually be 32, but that doesn't matter. That also goes for damage, right, Vari?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my d10s?
Here's one. There you go.
Apologies for taking a minute here. That'll be 19 piercing damage.
Understood, and I know that weapon's magical, so
It sure is. It is a +1 rifle.
oh, this poor thing. Anything else you want to do?
I don't believe I have anything. Penumbra on myself, so that I can actually get my mischance.
Understood. And that brings it back to Viv.
Woo. Time to become paper shredder. Although I don't know if this one hits. This is for the bite, and it is a 27.
Does hit.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll for claws as well.
Are your claws magical?
Yeah, because
Okay.
they're natural weapons.
I have to ask.
Oh, have you got Eldritch Claws?
I have Eldritch Claws, yes. It counts for all my natural attacks. Oh, wait, actually, no, I do have to do these. I have to do damage before I make rolls, because I have bonuses that apply when I do damage. Forgot about that. I haven't had that before. Where's my... That's...
What num- Yep.
Okay,
Damn.
max damage. How much is the song giving me? 4?
+4 per.
That's 21 damage.
Okay, got it.
This next one, thanks to that, is I'm gonna keep the one I rolled.
Yeah.
But this does give me this does decrease my negative a little bit. Ooh, that is a 22.
A 22 does not hit.
Okay. How about a 24?
Does hit.
Cool. 8 D6. Another forget how much it was. Same amount of damage as the last one. 8, 16 plus 5.
21?
22.
22.
No, 21. Yeah. Oh no, no, it is one more. Because of Fury Born.
Understood. Oh my god, it survived Viv.
I did miss one hit.
You did. Hey, Paint.
Annihilate.
Not one. Oh.
29.
Does hit. Roll damage.
$25.
How do you want to do this?
Well, with this one, he's just angry. I'm going to just kind of pull all of the different types and blast it with all of them at once.
Understood. You nail it and it fades away as it's basically undone from what it was. Viv, do you want to know what the funny thing is?
I was like 1 damage off.
No, it was 2. Leaving the broken remnants of this particular glass case behind. The other ones unveiled, of course, one for Dr. Volt, one for Shoal, one for Paint.
Paint's going over and peeing on it. He doesn't want to. He knows that Last wouldn't like that, so he's gonna mark that as a sign that Last is his.
So wait, you're peeing on the glass case for your reflection?
No, for yours.
That's refraction.
Oh, okay. The shattered remains of
Yes.
the case.
He's marking it.
I'll let you talk for a moment, Bird.
So Shoal's gonna look around and go, do we want to clear these out before we move on, or?
Paint is just gonna shrug, but he is also going to dismiss Rex.
I don't think that'd be very wise. How many souls are here? Something like what? And they turn looking down the hall and start doing like some counting, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I was mostly talking about ours.
Well, I'll leave that up to y'all. They cringe saying y'all.
Hey.
Look, it's just not the way I like to talk. Anyway, distracted. I suppose if the rest of you want to defeat the rest of them.
I would think, or no, I would think it's not the wisest idea to deplete ourselves of resources.
True.
Paint is sending along an image of all of the, basically the same thing as what we just fought. But of each of us. And then formless thing that you all just know is the Fey creature. And then them coming up behind us. And then tentacles just sprout up and start wrapping around all of us in the image, and Paint is just very confused on why that happened. I guess I killed them all. Sorry, everybody.
Yep.
You're fine.
Everybody's having flashbacks to yesterday. In tentacle version. But yeah, you guys can choose to fight the wraiths. Otherwise, at the very end of the hallway, there is an opulent door that you could cross into. Tis your choice.
Regardless of what happens, Lost is going to ghost load the last bullet in their magazine and replace it.
Understood? Any choice here, guys?
I'm dealing with a minor issue. Sorry.
I am dealing with the same issue.
Do we need a break?
I presume I'm dealing with the same issue.
Apparently my Final Fantasy XIV account got hacked.
Oh.
Oh.
Yep. So that's not cool.
I'm gonna go check mine.
Okay, I guess we are taking a break.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not using mine right now, but I'm gonna go look. Short break. Sorry, guys. My account looks fine.
Yeah. I
Okay, so
just
they-
noticed some weird activity in the free company menu or free company list. And there were only 3 people who had been logged in the past while that were actually like at all capable of doing these things. And one of them was me. One of them was just as confused as me. And the other was Vari.
Yeah, my character is in the Materia data center.
Yeah,
at the moment.
you're over in Australia.
I would report that right away.
Okay, so how do I relocate or what?
On the login screen, Okay, first off, I would log into there and find out exactly where you are, right? So you can on Zervin, yeah.
Yeah.
And then so you can report your exact position, do POS, find out your exact position, so you can
This is a
add that
giant mess.
information to the the support ticket that you're going to likely be making.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, jeez.
that's a weird quinky dink. While I'm literally running a dungeon about impersonations.
Yeah. I mean, my default assumption is that the bringing you over to another server is that they were transferring your items or gil away.
Oh yeah, I have 0 gil.
Yeah. Okay. So you can I don't know. That would probably help the GM ticket if you can report the last location you're at where the trade probably happened.
Yeah.
But why would they kick 2 free company members?
What the hell?
Also, hello.
But yeah, I'm sorry to. Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's just very confusing that this would even be an aspect that would happen at all. And
this is just a
did
weird
anything
timing.
did anything get stolen from the bank or
No.
anything, or?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Which makes
Okay,
it even weirder that they did that, because they recognized that you had power in the free company, but they didn't. And what?
I don't know.
Remember, kids, enable 2-factor authentication.
Yep.
I'm really sorry that you're having to deal with this.
Here, I'm gonna be right back really quickly since we're on break. I want to see if food is in process or something.
I'm also gonna do the food.
Okay, support ticket has been filed. Now I want to relocate back over so I can check my house, but
Yeah, log out to the main login screen. Right-click your character name and then choose visit another data center.
I'm checking the house right now.
Okay.
It's still here.
Unable to back
Israel?
up. Let's see. Cancel.
Here. I'm gonna mute stream, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
We'll be back in a bit, chat. Sorry. There we go. Figured it was better that we muted at this point.
Yeah, probably a good idea. I will do the same over here on my end, everybody.
Chat and YouTube and everything. Apologize about that. As you heard, things happened. It is resolved, so we're going to continue for at least a little bit longer. Where you last left the party, they were discussing whether or not they wanted to deal with the other wraiths that might pop out should they destroy their own thing. And I believe Dr. Volt pointed out that it might not be a wise idea to use up resources. I am waiting for a decision whether or not they want to do anything else in this room or go through the next set of opulent doors.
Well, Paint was pointing out that they also could wind up coming up behind us after we get in there. To summarize the, mental image he sent.
Anyone know Arcane Lock?
Fret does not. Fret does know. Incendiary runes, though.
I'm surprised none of you picked up Alarm.
I think that's because Alarm is a first level spell and not a cantrip.
I think that's because I can't really pick up spells.
Anybody can just pick up cantrips.
Technically, you could pick up spells, but that's an entire line of, talents.
That would be messy for his build.
It would.
Let's just make his build even more complicated.
But, Fred has an idea, though.
Hmm?
Those are dangerous.
Uh-huh. Well, let's see.
So I have an idea to expedite things here. It might be a very bad idea, but I've got some spells I could cast.
Fret begins casting planar orientation.
Having to look up that spell.
Here, I will link it to you if you haven't already got it.
I already got it.
I hate that Pathfinder has so much in common with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because anytime someone casts a spell, they have to explain what it does every time.
At least with Scar's magic system, it's pretty self-explanatory with the word. And then you have to explain what you're wanting this spell to do with all of the words you're putting together. Uncertain if better yet, but it's at least different.
All right, Vari, you cast that spell and straight forward through that door. And down a little bit for some reason.
Oh, okay. And, yeah, Fred will just gesture towards the door.
Sounds like a resounding decision then. Forward, as always. If there's a problem, we'll deal with it.
Who
Onwards we
opens?
go.
Yep. Last will open the doors.
You open the opulent door and you see something that seems to pretty much flash out of any, sci-fi evil villain lair. Stark white metal leading to an elevator in the center of a room with a catwalk around the edge that seems to go really far down. An elevator in the center that seems to be suspended by some wires. Straight up sci-fi villain lair nonsense going on. Almost lab-like white. Pristine, too perfect. I swear you can
Fret
hear
will-
Dr. Bond's, yes, Dr. Bond's screams from a distance.
Mm.
That was a triple layer joke, enjoy.
Fret will gesture downwards.
To get down, you'll have to take the elevator in the center.
Lost will gesture towards the elevator and start walking toward it.
Fret will rearrange things on his bandolier to put a particular potion in the first slot,
Understood.
and then we'll follow. A particular potion being one that I will DM you that I figure is important.
I figured it was something like that. Okay, good to know. Anybody else doing any other special actions before getting on the elevator?
Special. I don't believe so, no.
All right.
Last is going to turn invisible.
Understood.
I guess I can stealth check.
You can if you'd like.
We'll roll stealth. $40.
Understood. Something absurdly high. That's what I expected.
It's the every other skill I have is like legitimately reasonable, and then there's stealth.
Yep. So you all get on the elevator. Go ahead.
Fret's just gonna get on the elevator nonchalantly.
Once you are all on the elevator, it trembles a little bit and begins to descend. The moment that you go in the darkness that was in that hole around the catwalks in the center, you find a glass tube starting to... you're getting lowered into a glass tube, if I can speak English at all. Once you enter this glass tube, you notice that the catwalks are right next to it, almost in a chauvinistic way. When you guys get to a certain point, you hear the tongue of lights turn on, and it shows you more souls. And then another layer. Tongue. More souls. Then another layer, and then tongue. More souls. Like it's showing you its collection. Though I do want perception checks for this particular part.
Oh boy.
Perception.
Perception, please.
Nat 20.
Nice.
That is a.
I believe it is
21.
worth noting the people who have chosen the wisdom one. Perception is a wisdom roll, so
Oh right.
the visualization of the mind would apply to that.
40
that is
with a
a
nat
plus
20.
5.
Nice.
So 40 total.
Yep.
26 total then.
12.
We get a how much bonus to these? 5?
Yep.
So that's a 43 for.
Jesus. All right, and Volt, did you give me yours yet?
33.
Understood. So Unfortunately, of course, Last is the only one that didn't get the check.
No, it's okay. Look, he has no points in perception.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. But what the rest of you all will notice as you're going down is some of the souls are starting to have little shadowy bits to them. Like, parts of them are starting to go missing, and you're starting to realize maybe where the wraiths are coming from. After a while, the souls probably turn into wraiths. But after an undetermined amount, because the GM is too lazy to actually count it, the elevator will hit a bottom level where the doors will open nice and glass with a clean hiss. The room is dark, but there is a light or a lit pathway on the floor leading to the next door. It looks like your average metal office doors this time. You don't know how many souls you just passed.
A lot. Well, onwards we go. Shoal will go first.
Yep. And as you open this particular door, you're entering in yet another long hallway. Surprise! Are you guys surprised by the long hallways that this thing is making you walk through yet?
No.
no, not at all.
This one of a cluttered, disheveled, and empty office hallway with little tiny windows leading to the outside that you could probably fit your head through and nothing else. Along the walls, there are posters. Those motivational style posters. But they say interesting things. Viv, for you, there's little pictures of caves that say you could just go home. I would release you. You could be free. For Last, it is saying, this is what you were. You can't escape it. This is what you'll always be. For Vari, the posters are stating things like, you're already mine. You can't escape your fate. You belong to me. Welcome home. For Dr. Volt, it is little science quips, little things that you know, but you know, it's tempting. You're a hard one to deal with. And Paint is getting a lot of bad boy messages. And
Oh no!
you're naughty, bad boy. They did it because you were bad. Those kind of things.
Paint is looking more and more sad as he's going along.
Fred, will pull out a different wand this time,
Mm-hmm.
and is going to use a charge of his wand of channel vigor, and we'll just keep doing that every 5 rounds or so.
What is Fred doing? Sorry.
He is channeling vigor every 5 rounds or so.
Which I'm looking up now.
Particularly, he's doing channel vigor spirit.
Yep, which is +6 competence bonus to will saving throws, and bluffs and intimidate checks.
Mhm.
AKA, he's pretty much saving you guys from the ending of this hallway.
Oh, really?
Kind of, sort of. Because as you guys make your way down the hallway and get towards the end, the scenes are going to start to mingle together. Options presented before are going to be presented again, and I do need will saves as you process through. This is specifically for Dr. Volt and for Viv's
Nat 20.
character. These are compulsion effects. For the rest of you, all of their fear effects, if that matters to your character.
I'm immune.
Good to know.
I am a paladin. You specifically were like, yeah, you're no longer afraid. Way back when I was up at the bridge, you're like, you're a paladin. You're immune to
Wait.
fear.
Out of
Does-
character, I knew that, but the Fae doesn't know that, does he? What was that, Furry?
Does Winter Survivor take effect here?
Yes.
+2 saves versus fear, versus ice creatures.
Yes. Because
is this an enchantment?
yes.
Okay, so
Does my
Lamau.
spell resistance come into effect at all?
It does.
Okay, so that is
So
22, 24.
Because Taya had to call it out that this is a winter Fae.
28. Okay.
haha, I win. Mine's 29.
No, that's
what is
before
your-
I rolled.
I haven't even looked at my numbers because I rolled a nat 20.
Yep. Hey, Zim.
Yes.
What is your spell resistance DC?
21, I believe. Yes.
I will still need a will check from you because it actually did pass that.
Oh.
It rolled a 17 on the die.
Nice.
The one time it actually comes up.
It's gonna come up more, trust me.
21.
Oh yeah, look, we're gonna suffer.
Yep. So, you guys are all going to pass, as you guys are going to... As I said, the hallway starts to intermingle with the previous room showing, not its display cases, obviously, but the things that it used to intimidate you and press against you. And it's going to give offers again to those that were... Shish alarm. Those of you that were given offers. You guys do manage to pass through this, even though you can feel pretty much this place starting to press on you. It is surprisingly easy because you all had to roll stupid high for you guys to press through, but there is now a pressure in the room. And as you come up to the next door, you feel that it's not done yet.
Well, I rolled a 42 total, so
Oh, yeah, we dealt with that.
yes. I just
Yep.
finally did them. I was finally not lazy. Or Vigor was also adding some, right?
No, the channel vigor was for Fret.
Okay.
It was
then, yeah,
the
bunch of-
visualization of the thingus if you
Yes,
did
I did
will.
add that one. That's how I got over 40.
Okay. Now the extra things, the rerolls, are if you fail. Hold on. Yeah, it's a base +5, and then a +2 from centered. But the extra +4 is only if you fail. If that, well, yeah, if you probably were good anyways, but yeah.
Do you guys wish to cross into the next room?
Fret is going to I do believe drank a little bottle of courage before he takes the step. In that Good Hope is getting drunk.
Good to know.
And then Fret will kind of just do the gesture back at the rest of the group with a empty bottle and his pinky out, and
Which one did you drink, Vari?
Good hope.
Good hope.
Good
yeah,
hope?
good hope.
Yep.
Yeah, bottoms up, guys.
Downing it.
Yeah,
And we'll
I'll
step through.
drink it, whatever it does.
It gives you a +2 morale bonus on saving throws, attack rolls, ability checks, skill checks, and weapon. It's basically a +2 to everything.
Mind you, that is a morale bonus, which conflicts with Inspire Courage.
Yep, it
Yep.
is a +2 to all rolls.
Yep.
Okay.
For 3 minutes.
Yep.
7 minutes.
Oh, 7. Right, it's cast to level 7th.
Oh, yeah.
But
Wait, good hope? No, it's cast level 3.
Huh? Really? No, it's
Bard gets it-
the spell level is 3, which takes level 7 bard to cast.
You're right. You're right. I always can forget that. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
so I'm assuming you're pressing through the next door then, Vari, taking the lead now.
Yeah.
Yep.
You open to a white space. Along it, there's 5 little pillars, and the moment that you step into the room, you realize exactly what's on these little, well, I guess they're diocese, not pillars. What's exactly on these diocese? Each one is an unlimited wish.
Oh wow.
An unlimited wish. A ring that has one unlimited wish on it. 5 of them. On the far side of the room, a door that looks like it leads to a theater. Anybody that knows this item knows that it will grant any wish. You just need to speak it.
Because those aren't obviously trapped or
so
monkey's paws.
I think that this being information that's just given so freely like this, I'm gonna frickin' sense motive. This seems very sus.
Yeah, anybody may roll sense motive, or if, knowledge fey.
Well, I thought I was so.
There's not really a knowledge fey thing.
Okay,
Knowledge
so that
nature.
is.
I do have that.
Yep.
So while they're sensing motives, Lost, still invisible, is going to go across the room and try to peek through the other door.
Get to the moment.
27, by the way.
27?
Mhm.
Yep, waiting for...
I'm doing math.
Assuming Taya and Viv really quickly.
Yeah.
I'm being-
21.
I figured you'd do a knowledge check since you're Mr. Knowledge.
Yeah. I'm just going to take 10.
Okay.
And so that's a 29.
Yep. Anybody knows the Fae knows that you don't accept their gifts. And the caveat is verbal. You have to verbally wish for something. Vari, you sense mode of the room, you feel that pressure. They're nearby.
Oh.
Key, you opened the door, right? To peek in?
Yeah, they're invisible, but yeah.
Inside, you see a theater, steps leading down, several chairs, with the main stage at the bottom. No lights are on. But there's something on the stage, its shadow just barely visible. Ori, what are you doing with this information, as well as, Taya and Fred?
Oh,
Or
Fred.
not
yeah.
Shoal.
Oh.
Did Fred just see the door on the other side crack open?
Yep.
I wrote down the wrong ability that I have from my class.
Paint,
I
what do you
wrote down the
see?
normal one instead of the archetype one I get.
Paint, when
What do
he
you think,
sees the door crack open, is going to go stand guard between it and everybody else.
Understood.
He probably does not know that Last is over there.
Yep. Roll your
Last turned
perception, though,
invisible
for me.
before we went in the elevator, so
Yeah. So he is getting more and more worried.
Can you
Shoal.
roll a perception, Zim? And go ahead, Shoal.
Shoal is just going to just snort as derisively as he possibly can. And then just go towards the thing. So I do have this, by the way. That's not what I linked you piece of... Oh, I see. Copy. Boom.
Yep. Nothing yet, but I will keep that in mind. Zim, what was your total perception check?
It was a nat 1. Total is 21.
All right, let me roll against your spell resistance. But you hear a dog whistle past that door.
Do I hear it?
No. Only Paint does.
Not a cat whistle.
Ha.
No additional effects, did not pass spell resistance.
Yay! It helped! We're at the very end of the campaign, but it was finally useful!
Fred is going to begin just striding towards the door.
Yep.
And will pull out another potion. Potion of Owl's Wisdom. And begin drinking it as he travels.
Yep. Same.
And then Potion of Haste. And then we'll channel Vigor Spirit.
Are people buffing?
Yep.
as they move
Sounds
toward
like
the
a
door,
good idea.
As they move toward the door, Last is going to make sure to push it open and stand out of their way. And they're going to take their potions last and follow them through after the last one is gone.
Understood.
Also, Fred will cast Umbral Weapon. And Dazzling Blade. And will activate his Keen Saber.
So you all enter and start walking down the stairs. And about halfway down, the light on the stage appears, and there's a puppet that looks a lot like Fret, on stage. But it's not quite Fret. It collapses into a pile onto the floor, and then you hear Fret's original voice from behind you all, and it says, "Kill them. Vari, make a will save."
Oh boy! Okay.
I saw that coming a mile away!
I was gonna
Okay,
hold up a reaction, but Era walked in.
Yeah, it's this is okay. So let me do a lot of math here.
You have such a high will save right now.
Yeah.
He's
so,
going to need it.
Well,
Um.
is will considered an ability check?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it would
Yeah.
apply
Yeah.
to the.
It is. It is crazy how much buffs we've got going here.
We're gonna need them.
Yes.
Okay, so 16 plus 5 plus 2 plus is this considered a charming effect?
No. I think command is something else. Let me double check. It is an enchantment, but not a charm effect.
Okay, let me see what I've got for that. I don't. Yeah, no. So that's that. It's not fear.
Ooh, while Vari's doing math, I'm gonna go fill on water. I will be.
I will say, worst case scenario, Vari, I can rush in protection from evil you.
Okay, so first roll here is just going to be at a plus 23. So that would
Just.
be so plus 11. That is a 34.
That is a pass.
Okay.
And then, before we get into initiative, I'm assuming you're all going to turn around to see what's going on.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But
You guys turn around, the stairs are gone, and it's just black. You can tell where the floor is for some reason. But sitting oh so far away in a regular chair, hunched back, is literally Fret. Smiling, does a little wave, and in Fret's voice goes, "Do you really think you can win this? I
oh,
do
and
so appreciate you bringing my pet back."
so kind of a funny thing is Fred will draw his blade and turn towards the rest of the group though. But then telepathies to them.
It's fine, just play along.
Let me check the spell.
Oh, did
because
we
I'm pretty
did
sure you
did
can
I did
tell
we
it
get you
fails.
those?
Seducer's Bane.
We did get you those then.
Hold on, I gotta check this item to see whether or not it. Oh! Whoa!
There's a reason why Vari and I were both very excited about this item coming up into this, where it's just like, oh, this is not something that it's going to have a fun time with.
Well, here, I need to make this a different color, maybe. All right, so here's what we're going to do, because I was going to end on this moment. Go ahead and roll initiatives,
Okay.
and we will end at the beginning of this incredibly hard fight that you're about to go into. And I don't apologize for the nonsense that's about to happen. But I do want to get your initiatives on the board first.
So we can save the table.
Yep.
Of course, I go super duper last. Okay, so that's the position of the fate. Wouldn't Fret be in front of everyone since he went in first?
Exactly.
The sound came from behind.
Oh, everything is reversed.
Mm-hmm. So I believe we have everybody on the board as everything starts to settle into play. This is where we're going to end because you're about to deal with a pretty scary fae.
Oh, I like the red. That's nice.
And possibly your friend. And Seducer's Bane is an item I completely forgot about, so this is funny.
Yeah, these are not the friend if anyone wants to play Puppet Master.
Hey, Arab, may I have its name?
No.
To be fair, that was subtler than it has been this entire time.
True.
Yeah, but it thinks that it has all the cards.
It's about to get bit.
After all, it showed you its collection. Don't you see how many souls it's gotten? Don't you see how powerful it is? How weak and pathetic you are? What it could give you if you would just give in.
Hey, him.
According to it, you already belong to them.
My rebuttal. Bitch.
Bitch. Though, do you really want to speak to it?
No.
So
But if I
we'll go
could,
ahead-
I'd go full. We'd be bringing back Modern Warfare 2.
But one way or the other, let's go ahead and end here. I hope you all enjoyed. Over on my stream, I'm going to go ahead and raid Razim because I know he's going to continue to go. But thank you all so much for watching, fellow adventurers. Please take good care of yourselves. Drink plenty of water. Get plenty of rest. And
No. I'll commit to that. However good care you're taking care of yourself, take better care of yourself.
Yes.
All right. Taya input says, take better care of yourself. So take better care of yourself. So there. But in the meantime, thank you so much for joining and have a wonderful night. Bye.
On my end of things, thank you everybody for joining us so far on the stream today. That was
Rank up.
Recolors of the Lost
This
Pathfinder.
hammer shall not fall.
Thank you for the raid. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around. Going and checking out my friends who also stream. Their links are down in the description below. Or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you check out this and our other tabletop sessions over on Spotify. And I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
And on my side of things, y'all stay cute, okay?